Welcome back class 10. I hope that you are preparing for your PT1 exam and the syllabus is given already in your term plan, so you need to follow that syllabus, okay? And don't forget to revise the questions from your reference book also, so that your ability and strength can improve. And today I am doing exercise 4.2, and in the previous class you have seen question number 1, how to do that. And today I am going to do question number 2. Those are the word problems, and in the word problem you are already aware that how to frame a linear equation or frame a quadratic equation by reading the statement. Still I am showing you 2-1. So just take out your book and look at the question. Here, solve the following situations mathematically. First number question is there. John and Jivanti together have 45 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. We would like to find out how many marbles they had to start with. That means John and Janvi together have 45 marbles. So first of all I am going to frame the equation. So here let the number of marbles, John have, bx. Okay, if John is having x marbles, then Jivanti, number of marbles Jivanti had number of marbles Jivanti have be 45 minus x. Why 45 minus x? Because together they are having 45 marbles. So if John is having x marbles, then Jivanti should have 45 minus x marbles. Now what happened? Both of them have lost 5 marbles each. That means the number of marbles left with John after losing 5 marbles, number of marbles John had. Number of marbles John have will be equal to x minus 5, and number of marbles Jivanti have is equal to 45 minus x, then minus 5. That means it will be equal to 45 minus 5, that is 40 minus x. So now you can see that after losing 5 marbles, John is having x minus 5 marble and Jivanti is having 40 minus x marbles. Now according to question, the product of the number of marbles they have now is 124. That means x minus 5 into 40 minus x is equal to 124. Now we can frame the equation by solving this. So at first you try to solve it. X into 40 becomes 40x, then x and x becomes x square, then 5 into 40 becomes 200, and here minus and minus plus 5x, and that is equal to 124. Now we have to adjust this one. So here 40 and plus 5 becomes 45, minus x square minus 200 is equal to 124. So at first you copy till here, then we will work for x into 40 becomes 40x, x into x becomes x square, minus 5 and minus 40 becomes minus 200, and minus minus plus 5x. 40 plus 5 becomes 45x, minus x square minus 200 is equal to 0. Okay, I hope that you have noted till here. Now the remaining steps of these questions. So shifting all the terms from left to right side, what we are having now, we can write x square will go right side, it will be positive x square. Then here 45 will go right side, it will become negative minus 45x, and there is 124. Okay, minus 200 going that side, it also becomes plus 200, and right side 124 is already there, and here it will be equal to 0. So further the equation will be x square minus 45x, and here 324 is equal to 0. Now you can see that it is coming under a quadratic equation. So you are having a quadratic equation. Now you can solve it to get the value of x, and if x is known, that means how many marbles zone is having, that is clear here. So now you need to solve this equation to know the value of x. Okay, so now how you can solve it? You know that factor method is suitable to solve it. Okay, which method? Factor method. Here if you will split middle term here, what will be there? Here any factor of 324 is giving you 45. Yes, of course, 36 into 9 is giving you 45. So I can write minus 36x minus 9x plus 324, that is equal to 0. So I have splitted the middle term so that I can do its factor. Now it is equal to, x can be taken as common, so here x minus 36 is there, and here if 9 I am taking as common, so here x and here minus, then again here I will have 36, that is equal to 0. 9 into 36 is giving you 324. So further it can be done, x minus 9 and x minus 36 is equal to 0, so that here x minus 9 equal to 0 or x minus 36 equal to 0. Further I can write x equal to 9 or here x equal to 36. That means it may be that zone is having 9 marble, then Jivanti is having 36 marble, and if zone is having 36 marble, then zone is having 9 marble. Hence number of marbles they are having 9 or 36, but here we need to write for a few more statement. Now if x equal to 9, therefore If x equal to 9, then Jivanti is having how much? That is 40, that is 45 minus 9. Therefore, 45 minus 9 equal to 36. And if x equal to 36, therefore 45 minus x will be equal to 45 minus 9, that is equal to 45 minus 36, 45 minus 36, that is equal to 9. That means if number of marble, so you can write your answer. So the number of marbles, what was the name? John. Is having how much? 9. Then Jivanti is having 36. And Jivanti is having 36. Or you can change it, if the number of marble Jivanti is having 9, then John is having 45. So anything is possible here, all are the correct answer. You can say that John is having 36 marble, then Jivanti is having 9 marble. And if John is having 9 marble, then Jivanti is having 36 marble. Like that you can solve this question. So I have shown you to frame a quadratic equation by reading the statement, then how to solve it by applying factor method. So factor method is also very important method to solve a quadratic equation in one variable. So here you have seen 2 1, like that you can do 2 2 also. Now I am showing you question number 3. So just you copy it down. Now look at question number 3 of exercise 4.2. Question number 3, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. So let one number be x, one number be x, this you have taken. Therefore another number will be, another number equal to, sum of two number is 27. That means if one number is x, another number will be 27 minus x. Why it is? Because sum of two number is 27 and out of them if one number is x, another will be 27 minus x. And according to question, it is written there that product of these two, the 182, that means x into 27 minus x is equal to, that is 182. I can write here 182. Now by taking this you can frame a quadratic equation. How? X into 27 becomes 27x, then it is minus x square is equal to 182. Then you shift all the term from left side to right side, so that x square should be always positive. So try to keep x square a positive term, so that I can write x square minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now you can see you are having a quadratic equation Now you have to split the middle term so that you can factorize it. As you know, 14 into 13 will give you 182. So I can write here x square minus 14x minus 13x plus 182 equal to 0. Here middle term is splitted. 14 into 13 will give you 182. So that is the suitable factor to get 27, because 14 and 13 becomes 27, minus 14 minus 13 is giving you minus 27. Now you can take x as common. So here x minus 14, and here if you take 13 as common, then it is also x minus 14, that is equal to 0. Further I can write it x minus 13 into x minus 14, that is equal to 0. Then you can write x minus 13 equal to 0 or x minus 14 equal to 0. Further it can be x equal to 13 or x equal to 14. So the value of x 13 or 14. So you can write, hence the numbers are 13 and 14. Because if one number is 13, then another will be 14. If first number is 14, then the second number will be 13. So that directly you can write here answer. Hence the numbers are 13 and 14. Hence the numbers are 13 and 14. 13 and 14 respectively. Like that you can write your answer there. So in this way you can solve question number 3 of exercise 4.2. So 3 number question is done in the same manner, in the same way. 4 number question, find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose square is 365. That you can do, that I am leaving upon you to do this question. Now I am doing question number 5 for you. So 4 number you should try. You can do the question number 4. Okay. Now looking at question number 5. Question number 5, the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. The altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, find the other two sides. So let us see how to do question number 5. At first it is given that you are having a right angle triangle. So just you try to draw a diagram, a rough diagram of right angle triangle. In this triangle, suppose this is the right angle. Now it has been told that the altitude of a triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. So suppose base is x, then altitude will be x minus 7. Okay, altitude is x minus 7. If base you are taking as x, then altitude will be x minus 7. And it is also given that hypotenuse is 13 centimeter. So this is hypotenuse. All the measurements are there in centimeter. So you can write here centimeter, you can write there centimeter. So altitude is x minus 7 centimeter, base is x centimeter, and the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter. You can frame your statement like this: let base equal to x centimeter. Therefore altitude will be x minus 7 centimeter and hypotenuse is equal to 13 centimeter. It is given in your question. Hypotenuse is given. Okay, so base is given and base is given as x centimeter that we have taken, altitude will be x minus 7 centimeter and hypotenuse will be 13 centimeter. It is given already. Okay. Now we need to find the sides. We need to find the sides of this triangle. So let us see how to do it. Since we know that what we know about right angle triangle, p square plus b square equal to h square, p square plus b square equal to h square. This is a Pythagoras formula or Pythagoras theorem, whatever you can write here by Pythagoras theorem. This is Pythagoras theorem, p square plus b square equal to h square. And here perpendicular means altitude, it is given x minus 7 square, base is given as x square, h means hypotenuse is given 13 centimeter square. So I can write it like that. Then we can frame the equation, x minus 7 whole square means a minus b whole square, that will be a square minus 2ab, that means 2 into 7 into x, that will be 14x, and plus 49 plus x square, that is equal to 169. It can be taken in the formula. You can expand this in the formula a minus b whole square, that means x minus 7 whole square means x square minus 14x plus 49 and plus x square. Like that you can write x square plus x square becomes 2x square minus here 14x plus 49, then 169 will be coming from right to left side, and right side we are having 0. Then it is equal to 2x square minus 14x, and it will be plus here not plus 169 minus 49 means here minus sign, 9 minus 9 means 0, and here 6 minus 4 that is 2, and here 1, that will be 120 equal to 0. So your equation 2x square minus 14x minus 120 equal to 0. If you can divide this number by any number, then you can divide it, that will give you the smallest number to solve. So dividing both side by 2, you can write here dividing both side by 2, dividing both side by 2, both side by 2. If you divide this equation both side by 2, it will become x square minus 7x and then minus 60 is equal to 0. So your equation is x square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. Now you need to factorize it so that you can find the value of x. So okay, so how to factorize it, let us see. Just you copy till here so that I can factorize it. This I am rubbing, then so that I can write here, but you can write here by Pythagoras theorem, by theorem. It must be written so that you will not confused. Now further we have to factorize by, you can factorize it by the rule of middle term splitting rule. So 12 5 ja 60. I can write x square minus 12x then plus 5x and minus 60 equal to 0. Minus 12 and plus 5 will give you minus 7. Now further I can write, I can take x as common, it is x minus 12 plus here 5, then x minus 12 equal to 0. Further you can write x plus 5 and into x minus 12 equal to 0. Further you can write x plus 5 equal to 0, x plus 5 equal to 0 or x minus 12 equal to 0. so that x will be here minus 5 or x will be 12. X will be minus 5 or x will be 12, neglecting the negative value because dimension cannot be negative. So, you can write neglecting the negative value. Neglecting the negative value. Why we are neglecting here? Because dimension cannot be negative. Therefore, x is equal to x means the base. Therefore, base, now we are having base, that is x, and that we can write as 12 centimeter, and altitude that I can write x minus 7, that is 12 minus 7 equal to 5 centimeter. So, in this way you are having your answer. Base is 12 centimeter and altitude is 5 centimeter. So, in this way you can find the value of base and altitude. Like that you can do question number 6 also. Till 6 number I am giving you today the homework, but before that I want to read question number 6 so that you can understand. I will make you understand question number 6 also. So, just look at your book. Question number 6 is there. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total number of production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. So, here what is the story? A cottage industry is there which is producing potteries. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. Okay? If the total cost of the production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. So, just you can frame the equation. First of all, you can take that total number of pottery articles produced in a day, that is x. So, the cost of production, that will be 90 upon x. Why? It is written that if the total cost of production on that day was rupees 90. So, if you are producing x article, so the cost of one article will be rupees 90 upon x, and in the question it has been given that 2x plus 3 equal to 90 by x. So, let us show the equation. I will frame you the equation of this question number 6, then you can solve it easily. This time I will just frame the equation for question number 6 here. What is written there in your book? Read it 2 times, 3 times, so that you can understand the question. So, total number of pottery articles produced, this is question number 6. Let total number of pottery articles produced in a day is equal to x, and you have seen that total cost of production is given 90. Therefore, cost of production one article, cost of production one article. for one pot, that will be rupees 90 upon x, because total number of pots are x and total cost of production is 90. So, what will the cost of one pot? That will be rupees 90 upon x. But according to question, it has been told that, in your question it is told that it was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of article produced on that day. That means 2x plus 3 is equal to 90 upon x. 90 upon x. Why it is written 2x plus 3? That is clear that in the question it was observed on a particular day that cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. That means it will be 2x plus 3 is equal to 90 upon x. So, this is the twice the number of article produced, and we are writing plus 3, then it is equal to 90 upon x. Now, you can cross multiply, x into 2x becomes 2x square plus 3x is equal to 90. Further, it will be 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equal to 0. So, till here I have done so that you can solve it. So, equation is done for you all, 2x square plus 3x minus 90 equal to 0. Now, it is in the frame of a quadratic equation. Now, you can factorize it to know the value of x. Rest of all I am leaving upon you so that you can solve this equation. So, this task is also I am giving to you, just you solve it by the factor method to know the value of x. So, you can do it. So, thank you for today. You do till 4.2 you do, but beside that I hope that till exercise 3 chapter 1, 2 and 3 is there for your periodic test 1. So, prepare it very nicely. Thank you for today.